1, 2, 3, go.
There we are. Welcome everybody back to another session with the Dark Hedges. We're just not going to spend much time with me chattering about. We're going to go straight into the recap of last session. And we are going to start off with Estrella.
Yeah, so last time we finally decided which way we want to go. After Estrella and some others got new information about the valley, it was decided that it was a really, really bad idea to go through there. So we made our way south to go around it. And before we went off, Preacher was attempting to communicate with or learn more about the two new automaton bodies that now have Kel's and Leo's souls in them, which ended in him getting yet another soul in his own body, which led him to try to attack Estrella. So now there are two inside his body again. But luckily no one got hurt. We set out to the south, and on the way we met a few more people that also told us that something bad appears to be happening at a temple, and we decided to make a little stop there and try to help as good as we can. Marisol.
Yeah. So my last night with my boyfriend was interrupted, who knew, when I decided to go check on why Preacher was howling like someone had done way worse to him than I've ever heard. But we left for south. We traveled along, figured out that people were somewhat miffed at us because we hadn't been greeting them properly, so now we all have swords to do that, I hope. Then we met the fairy prince. Perhaps Edemir, who was there, can tell us more about him.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. I don't really have much to add, so sorry.
Yeah, so this fairy prince dude that we met is the son of Queen Tatiana. Preacher made a questionable bargain with questionable individuals in the marketplace to get us cheap goods. Turns out, we're purchasing shady goods from fairies. There's consequences to that. After some negotiations from Estrella, who got caught trying to sneak up on these guys, we have agreed to give them a scale from the dragon that we're off hunting in order to pay for all of these supplies that they were going to try to extort from us so that they could have our money and have their own supplies back. Nice people, them fairies. They also mentioned that the temple that we're going to pass on our way through has got some real nasty stuff going on, bruh. So we're probably going to end up stopping through there because trouble is just too good to pass up. And it's been at least one session since we smashed anything, and that's just too long. We also heard about a relic forge in the area that sells gold, sells swords starting at 1,500 gold. Could be kind of neat to check out. Maybe we can get some cool weaponry. And I'm gonna toss it over to Preacher.
Thank you. Well, minor correction. Even though I did actually intend to buy the things, I didn't conduct the actual sales itself. Somebody else did that. That was my door. I'm gonna let him talk about that. However, while I was busy doing my Trumpet of Jericho, let all the walls come crumbling down impression, I had a bit of a nasty shock as I was trying to commune with the spirits of the tower in order to find out how they felt about leaving these two automatons at the place. So I was trying to do a little bit of psychometric reading and seeing if I can basically see what's going on. And I managed to connect to an unexpected gnomish sorcerer general one of the old ones that shouldn't be alive. Last time that was a millennia ago or more. And he was surprised to see me too, and decided to task me with finding a new body for his dead wife. So he tossed his wife's soul at me. And yeah, that was not fun. First of all, he should be dead. I am severely worried about what kind of means of control that person still has over my kind. Second, having that soul tossed at me, that was not fun at all. We had a bit of a battle for supremacy over my own body. I won this time, but that soul is very strong and not quite at all. So, fun times ahead. Adore.
Yes, as Preacher said, I was buying supplies for us from, turns out to be a pay. Estrella kind of mentioned that to me, and after I made the deal, we shook hands and we had a side contract, so we have enough supply for 3 weeks. Not realizing that this is stolen goods, but again, we have a written contract. Estrella kind of talked the phase about, oh yeah, we'll give you a scale, and just let us go through. Um, Otherwise, I did pass on a few things to Marisol in the beginning of what the stars are showing me and how I felt about the valley. We also headed out. I mean, the what we have is, I think our mounts are horse kelpies, I think they're called, and we have a wagon that looks like a boat with wheels. Magnus.
Yeah, not a lot to add. Our supplies, the cart, the steeds pulling it are all fey creatures, which is interesting. It seems to be working out for us so far. Yeah, the fays, some of the fairy queen. Yeah, as we were crossing the bridge, we were warned that something terrible was happening, and then, called out to Zara, asking her to tell her mother hello. Not a lot else to add. Has anyone not gone?
I have not gone yet.
Over to Master Yodi.
Yeah, I spent a lot of the time just panicking and wanting to not be turned into a book. There's a lot of people, maybe Estrella thinks I'm a little sus because I'm panicking and a little scared here. And we're going to go fight a dragon, and I look forward to seeing how that goes, so we'll throw it to Shoggy.
Yeah, there we are. So, you've crossed the fair crossing, had yourself a good chill time, good night of sleep. You should be just a couple of hours away from the Grand Temple now with your travel time. Seems you've decided to pop by, so that's going to be interesting. But I'm going to leave the how and the why up to you guys. So back to the party in your camp, chilling, killing, and just spending some time, bruh. It is morning. It's a really nice morning, actually. Weather's fair. There's a slight breeze keeping you cool and pleasant. But not a lot going on in the weather except for that slight breeze and sunlight pounding down upon you.
Is there any cheese in those crates?
Oh yes, sir. All sorts of cheese. It's like 15 different types of cheese at the very least.
I'm gonna call out to Vidkun. Vidkun! Vidkun, where are you?
He comes scuttering up like, "Yes, master.
Do you smell the cheese that's in there?
I do smell the cheese."
I'll give you some now. And if you bring me back 5 mice that are gonna be loyal and want to be strong and stick around, I'll give you even more.
I'll find 5 mice for you, master. I will. I know where they are. I can smell them.
And
Oh yes,
I'll go.
cheese. And he kind of just goes running out to find this chest you were speaking of.
Yep.
So yeah, Vidkun's off to get shit done. He's highly motivated for cheese.
So, Estrella, let me get this straight again. You talked to the Fair Prince. We have bought these shipments for your hair and a scale from the dragon we're supposed to destroy, right?
Not exactly, no. I talked him out of having to pay for what we already have. The payment that he will receive, that is for information and potions.
Right. But we have no longer stolen this.
No, we're good.
Great.
And we will even get an upgrade on it in a few days.
How are they gonna upgrade this? This is the best I've ever eaten on. Well, that's the best I've ever eaten.
I don't know, but that's what he said. So, yeah, in about, I think he said 2 days, when we will receive the next load, we will also get the anti-poison and acid resistance potions. Yeah.
Right. Master Yodi, how are we on healing potions?
Yodi has created all he can create until 2 days from now.
Excellent. Well, based on the maps, we should be reaching the temple later. Remember the greeting thing with the swords? Everybody has a sword?
Yeah, not sure how they will react to this black one, but I do have one, and she shows her the gloom blade she's carrying.
Well, I guess it's better than nothing.
It'll be fine, so long as you remember only to draw it a third of the way from the sheath.
Oh, I think that will be no problem. I just hope that my makeup stays on this time. That could be much more of an issue.
Should have gone for waterproof.
Next time, didn't expect to fight near water so often, or that. Oh, well, never mind. Next time.
Marisol walks over and starts to get Bill ready for leaving.
Very well. Bill seems calm and confident right now. Like there's not a care in the world.
Good horse.
How about the rest of you? What are you doing? Mr. Preacher, in particular, what are you doing?
Contemplating certain ghost issues, but also going to seek out Estrella, I think.
Right. Well, Estrella what is Estrella doing?
After mentioning the makeup, she is taking out a little hand mirror to check if it really is still on.
Yep, this time it is on and looking mighty fine.
Estrella, what was the word from that fairy prince regarding the troubles up ahead? Did he say anything about those?
Well, he told us to better stay clear. But I know that we won't do that, not with the knowledge we have about what troubles they are facing.
Hmm.
I
Either way,
was more interested in informations about the dragons than the temple. So that was only like on on an afterthought that he told me about that temple.
either way, I think we might not want to just simply ride up to it. Do you?
Well, a frontal attack without intelligence never worked well for me, so I'm all in if you want to go scouting.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. All right then. I guess we should take Ed and or Zara with us as well.
Certainly. Although I don't have a history of being exactly silent, I can accompany you if you want.
Well, at least you are fast, so if we have to run, I know that you will have no trouble keeping up.
True, slowpoke.
When we have more time and more relaxed day, we should see who's really slower.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a wager.
All right, let's talk to the others and then head out.
Yep. Unless somebody says something else, I'm gonna assume the group is gathered around the area where you made your food. The pre-dug fire pit with actual benches.
I almost wish we could stay here for a while. This was nice.
We cannot stay here. We must go.
I know.
Do you want Iodi to turn into a book? Come on.
As soon as he says that, Iodi starts pacing back and forth. Like, yes, why? Why are we still here? Why are we still doing this?
I'm gonna toss whatever I hold in my hand, probably a bread roll or something, at the fox. Not, to hit him or something, just like, shut up.
I told you he would be a risk sooner or later.
I'm gonna
Yes,
try to
it
catch
is.
it in my mouth.
Yes,
You
it
do
is.
catch it in your mouth. It's super cute as well.
Ah, can't say mad at you.
Yes, a risk, like the rogue, who always gets herself in trouble. I am the risk, yes. And he continues, like, marching back and forth.
Right. So, how are you planning on doing this scouting? Is everybody staying behind? Are you going to be a set distance in front of the others? Are you going to be scouting in a clump? Or do you have some sort of plan for your recon?
Well, that is what Estrella wanted to talk to with the others about.
Well, they're right there.
Yep. Marisol,
Yes?
since we don't really know how many forces are at the temple or what it looks like, Preacher suggested to scout it out a little, and I thought Zara and Adamir, as well as Preacher and I, should maybe go ahead a little bit to check it out? Or do you want to stay together?
Well, depending on what's there, I don't really know what's. Last time you scouted ahead, you ended up being caught instant. You came close to whatever you were trying to check out.
Well, to be fair, they are Fae, extremely powerful, and he also knew how to scout, so we just kind of ended up in the same tree.
Well,
Sounds like an excuse to me.
I don't want you being too far ahead. It would be very unwise.
All right. So not too far, so maybe like inside?
Somewhere you can actually send us a signal that something has gone wrong, for instance.
Iodi's got his backpack ready. He's got the walking cauldron next to him, and he's just looking at everybody. And he's like, "So we are scouting, yes? Then we should scout. Let us go. Let us do."
Not
Yes.
you,
Let's go.
definitely not. And well, I do have a thunderstone that I could throw so you can hear when it goes off.
Iodi has been caught less times than you.
Not talking to you, on although just stay here because as you are now, you are not sneaky at all. You would just run straight ahead without even hiding.
This is what you say. Whatever.
I mean, that is the fastest way around to the swamp. Just don't worry about those other things. Run past them.
It's not exactly stealthy, though, is it?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
So,
who needs stealth if you got speed?
You kind of slip under the radar, Ed. The rest of us, not so much.
Well, how far away do we know? Can we hear this thing of yours?
well, I think it's a moderate thunderstone, so it's not it's too small. But I mean, it all depends on the environment, right? If there's like a waterfall next to the temple, no chance.
What if we try like we have done for now? You are a few hundred meters in front of our caravan, and we just pretend to be a caravan, and you come back the moment you notice anything.
All right, I'll make sure that I can keep you inside, okay?
Good.
I will also join her. And I will use the color of inconspicuousness on Isoi, so he's tiny also.
Ooh. Very shiny.
Preacher will stay with the main group.
Gotcha. So,
I put
Okay.
Yodi on the horse so that he can't try to run in front.
okay then.
Bro, hold on. Wait. I get on the horse.
Yeah.
I'm leading the horse.
Iodi is unsure why we are being so crazy about being stealthy. Why are we not just going to do the thing?
Because we don't want to die before we get to do the thing.
Iodi is as sneaky as the rogue. He can go invisible. What is the problem here?
You are way too valuable, my friend.
Ah, you would appeal to my sense of hubris. You are right. Carry on.
I'm just greasing to my hat and start walking.
Right. So that'll be stealth and perception rolls for whoever's going. I see Estrella
Already did.
already rolled.
I'm in her backpack.
Yeah, and I also
Sorry.
dropped you the 4 most important feats that I have for this.
Yeah. So as you're sneaking up, I mean it's sort of impressive actually for Edamir to see the speed at which Estrella manages to stay stealthy. She's paranoid. She's trying to stay hidden from everything. It's pretty boring, honestly, for the first 3 hours or so. Not much really happens. And then as Estrella steps out of a hedge, it's suddenly nighttime. It's dark.
As she takes a step back to see if it changes.
It does.
All right. I think we should head to the others.
I'm gonna look at it with my cryolite eye.
Let me check the cryolite eye here real quick.
But aside from being nighttime, can we see anything else?
I also have to do a perception check on that.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a perception check there. That is not an illusion. Somebody's using some sort of powerful magic to cloud a pretty large piece of real estate from your guess in the darkness of night.
That doesn't seem good. That is, it's not just an illusion. It's real.
Yeah, and Estrella quickly returns to the others. Halfway there, she talks to Adamir. Well, now that is quite strange. We definitely should take a moment before we walk in there with the group.
It's not strange. That's some powerful magic right there.
Yeah, and we don't want to walk into a trap, so let's inform the others about it and then see what we can find.
Yep. You can see now animals are starting to pour out of the area. Slightly panicked. And what birds you can see flying that way are kind of veering off before they enter what looks to be the area of darkness.
That's doubly not good.
Nope. And when we reach the others, well, so here it's day, right? Well, you see all these animals running? They are running from a place where it's nighttime. Ed says it's powerful magic.
Yeah, not just an illusion. They actually made it nighttime there.
And something has scared off all the animals. We just wanted to inform you before we try to find out what's going on. So that you not just suddenly stumble in.
Do we have to try to find out what's going on?
Well, we should at least know if it's a friend or a foe.
Well, a thing to recall is during the siege, there was a vampire champion. I wonder if this is some of their lackeys.
True. They also use the nighttime, right?
And also, if this is the temple, then they have things we do not want other people to have.
Yeah, Estrella, give me a flat intelligence check.
All right.
Would I know anything about the magic that could make it nighttime like that, Shoggy? With a 39 Arcana?
You'd know that sort of magic could manifest itself in a large area around, like the lair of an ancient dragon or other creatures of great power, like a powerful lich, but it takes years, usually decades, for them to be able to manifest their power like this. From the smell on the air for Yodi, this is probably as close you get to divine intervention without being classified as such. This is demigod level power.
Yodi is unsure we should mess with whatever has done this. I will let you know. I am very powerful. I have many magics, but this is beyond even I.
If Yodi says not to go in there, I don't want to go in there.
Do you really want something that powerful to have access to whatever is in there?
I mean, is it hurting us?
It will.
Yes.
It definitely will if our enemies can get that.
That's a problem for Future Fox me.
Wait a moment. I think there was a caravan heading to the temple, right? With several coffins. I told you about it, remember?
Yep, looks like they're doomed. Oh well. Time to go around it.
Yodi taps his staff, and I'm gonna do the light cantrip on the end of the staff. If we must go into the darkness, let's go into the darkness.
Yeah, there were adult-sized and child-sized coffins, if I remember correctly.
Yoda, you know, if we go into that darkness, they're gonna take us on some random detour that may last, weeks to source out what's causing this.
If Yodi is dead, he cannot be a book. Let us go.
Well, if I'm right, there could be people I know that were with that caravan. So I would really like to check out what's going on.
I don't
Are they
want
going to
these.
pay us to save them?
Sorry again?
Are these caravan people that we're going to save going to pay us to save them? If not, we should continue on to slay the dragon.
Well, they are mercenaries themselves. Well, now they are. They were former Sabesian slaves.
I think someone spiked the Hexpresso with some hero juice.
I know what these people have been through, all right?
Yes, there's lots of suffering in the world and terrible evil things exist. We cannot save everyone, and we require funding to save those we can.
So you just don't want to go in there now to save them, but we already decided that we're going to in there to save whatever artifacts are protected there. So if we can manage to do both because they're in the same place, why not?
We considered visiting the temple to save the artifacts based off of some shady intel, and artifacts are very valuable and the leaders will pay for it. However, fighting demigod level power more powerful than Eodi type entities, you guys didn't want to go through the Valley of Teeth for that same reason.
Yeah, but I mean, this is on our way anyway, and in that valley there would have probably been even more than that.
Yodi's confused now. Was the Valley of Teeth not on our way?
Look, these artifacts are priceless, which means that our pay for saving them will be hilariously high. I say we do it.
Captain has spoken.
And this is why the captain cannot have a date. Because when she says the thing, we do the thing. Let us go.
I need to get some payoff for never having a full date. Come on.
Okay, so how are you going to do the scouting? Will you keep scouting, or are you going to stick with the party?
I suggest we just stay together and pretend to just be a caravan. We look enough like one.
All right, if you say we should stay with you.
Can you get in there and see anything?
It's just nighttime. I can't see in the dark, so yeah. It's not like completely black, it's just night.
Well then. Take a look then, quickly, and come back as soon as you see anything.
All right.
Okay, is anybody going with Estrella?
Zara will also move forward, but she will scout the opposite direction as Estrella. So if Estrella goes left, Zara's going to go right.
All right. So it didn't show my rolled 19 for the stealth, but it shows my 1 for perception. Are you kidding me?
There we are.
I had a rolled 19 plus my bonus. So
Oh, Sarah's 19 for stealth.
there we go.
Well, it doesn't take Estrella long to realize that these are really pretty flowers. They're nice. And she kind of gets, then she finds a lamb, and it's super fluffy and white and wants cuddles, and she kind of loses track on time.
I'm gonna nip her in the ear and be like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, she's rolling for you as well, so, you're both distracted right now. Zara, however, is on the task. Moves up about an hour into the area. You can see lots of small villages still, like 10 to 12 cottages mostly. They've got lights on, doors are locked and barricaded, what you can see. There are some brave souls moving out that are still tending to their animals, but it looks like 9 out of 10 people are choosing to stay inside during this unseasonable nighttime. As Sora moves up, it's not difficult to find the temple. There are signs that say this way to the Grand Temple, for example. And the road heading up towards it is cobbled. So she sneaks from bush to bush, gets eyes on a tall wall with a drawbridge going over it. Outside you can see golems. At least a dozen golems and hundreds of destroyed undead. And also the bodies of what looks like knights that have been fighting. There are at least 2 corpses of dragons lying around. And the gate into the temple itself has been smashed. But it's still obscuring to the point where you're going to have to sneak up to the gate proper to have a look through it. The golems are also looking inert. They've been destroyed as well.
Sorry, I was trying to type that description out. Zara will. There's a wall around it, right?
There's a wall around it, yes.
Zara's gonna scale the wall.
Right. So, gonna put Sora on here. Means I gotta remove everybody else. So give me just a moment. Yeah. Scaling the wall. That's gonna be a DC 22 athletics.
I just auto succeed that.
Ah, very well. In that case, Sora scales the wall. Gets up roughly there. I'm gonna give you some vision. And she sees inside there's actually a moat and another wall. In addition, she can give me a perception roll, actually. $25. So there are tons and tons of undead bodies floating around in the water, having been destroyed. Takes Sora a moment, but she sees at least 2 huge water elementals, and pretty much in the form of just tidal waves, kind of lurking about the water, ready to destroy anything that comes into the water. You can see at least 2 Grave Knights have bitten it, trying to assault over this area. And there's another 30-foot wall inside.
How much higher is the second wall from the first wall?
First wall's probably about 25 feet. Second wall's 30 feet. Looks like if she wants to get over, it's going to be just a short jump down by the drawbridge, but otherwise it's going to be much taller. I'm going to put Eodia on here as well so that viewers can get to see the map, even though he's not there.
I could already see it, but that's okay.
You could? Well, hot dang diggity do.
I'm here in spirit, let's be real.
An heir and a spare? Are you British royalty now?
I mean, I could be.
Never know, true. So, Sara sits there for
Sorry,
probably...
I'm trying to calculate what I need to roll to make that leap.
Yeah. She sits there for about 15 minutes, because Sara's a good scout and knows she needs to sit still sometimes. Enough time, at least, for Estrella and Edamir to catch up.
So, seen anything? She whispers very lowly.
I don't see anything. There's a butterfly.
Give us another perception roll, the three of you.
Again? Seriously?
It's a pretty butterfly, isn't it?
Estrella and Edamir are busy going through the pockets of one of the fallen defenders. These knights have nice gear. This armor looks like mithril, and the trident is definitely magical. But Zara catches a huge creature flying over the wall and landing inside of the keep itself. It is indeed a dragon, although she can see rotting meat dropping off of it. And she's her eyesight's pretty good. She can see that the claws on this dragon are covered in silver. Oh, boom, 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 boom. In addition, it's being ridden by a form in purple robes. Mostly skeletal, but you recognize several wands and at least a staff glowing with a purple light.
Hey, isn't
I
that
would
one
like
of the...
to roll an esoteric lore on the dragon, because I can identify that as a dragon.
Go for it. Oh boy. That is an adult black dragon, and it is zombified. Very, very dead. Probably under the control of the the undead spellcaster you saw on top of it. You know they're pretty slow, weak to both positive energy and slashing weapons. They've got the usual undead immunities: death effects, disease, mental, paralyzed, poison, and unconscious. Otherwise, it's pretty much like what you would expect from an undead dragon. It'll claw you, it'll bite you, it'll smack you with its tail. And it does have a breath weapon, although probably, there's no guarantee, but probably not as powerful as it had when it was alive. You seem to remember something about that breath weapon doing more negative energy and less of whatever the dragon actually has, because, well, it's got to compensate for not actually making acid in its body anymore.
Zara's gonna hop off the wall and whisper to Estrella. We might want to rethink this plan. There's an undead black dragon being ridden by a strange robed figure. It has silver claws.
So probably one of the kids of the one we are after. And these defenders, they were well equipped, so
Further, there's at least 2 water elementals in the moat on the other side of this wall. So, if we're going to enter this place, we're going to want to try to do it probably further around the side of the moat. We'll have to make a leap across, but it's relatively short over there.
Can't we just lower the bridge?
Well, there's several grave knights and a bunch of other undead dead in the water around these water elementals. It would be best if we, saved our energy for the dragon inside rather than beat our faces against the elemental defenders of this place.
good point. Let's take a quick look around if we can see another entrance and then return to the others.
Sarah's gonna start scouting around the right side of the walls.
Yeah, give me a moment and I'll do some revealing for y'all. Yes, there's.
And although it's taking longer, Estrella is going to stay with Zara because obviously she's not all on top of her game today.
No, she's starting to consider that maybe that might not have been just espresso she had. It might have been spiked with something.
Zara
I'm gonna
also
go.
has swift sneak and foil senses.
Perfect. So we have the same speed.
I'm
gonna go around
significantly
the
faster
other
than
side
Yeah.
with Isoy.
I'm just revealing a bit for y'all. Take no heed of the pin that's up there. That's part of the map for some reason. I can't remove it. This map pack's a bit weird. I also got to do line of sight, completely different to how we usually do it. Slightly more time consuming, but still a better choice than you guys just seeing everything on the map from the start. Because that's kind of naff, isn't it? So there we go. Having scouted around, you've got the general shape of the thing.
I'm gonna peek up over the wall at each of the corners. I don't remember how to ping.
Oakley dokley. So that'll be me revealing some more areas to you guys.
Can I try to climb a tree and see what I can see?
There are no tall trees around, just shrubberies. Almost as if this place was planned to be defensible, and they didn't want people to be able to see in over from trees.
And is it at the same 30-foot wall the whole way around the building, or is it like a keep wall at some point?
Nope, it's the same 30-foot wall the entire way around. This strikes you a lot more as a castle than a temple. A well-built one at that.
Yep, it seems our best bet is going to be trying to cross the wall somewhere and breaching from not the entrance.
Yeah, I think in the back the distance to the walls isn't too big. Maybe we can get over there.
Unfortunately, I did not prepare a wall of stone today, so I can't just make a bridge for ourselves.
Well, I still have some rope, so if we can get up, we can let down a rope for you.
I'm sure that preacher and I can make the jump and haul up people as needed.
I can help with that as well. I've practiced with Preacher. I'm pretty good at wall jumping now.
As you're discussing, you feel a slight tingling in the air, as if just the air just gets a bit tighter. You felt this way before, back in the castle in Golden Glens when they were trying to destroy the warding stone.
We are
This-
out of time.
Yeah, this ain't good. Let's go get the others.
I'll get them, you keep an eye out here. And Zara's gonna take off at a dead sprint.
Yep. So where is Estrella right now? Is she on top of a wall or next to a wall?
She would be, since we went one time around, yeah, she would be about where we are now. I think waiting for the others.
Gotcha. Well, takes. Oh, Sarah arrives back at the others. We'll do this in the correct sequence.
Let's see. Estrella would attempt to get up and stay hidden on top of the wall to have a better view.
Okay then.
I'm gonna stay at the bottom with the Isoi.
hmm
All right.
As I said, I do have wall jump, so
All of that is super nice. However, Zara arrives back at the others.
We don't have any time, we have to hurry.
All right, lead the way.
But Bill will wait here, and I'm gonna dismount and follow.
Bill will wait by the wagons, yes.
Yeah. Bill's standing by the wagons and just looking out like if he was a person, he'd probably be going like he seems to be bossing the draft or the Kelpies around, getting them to stand straighter, and the Kelpies, although grudgingly, do seem to be following whatever commands Bill is giving them.
Go,
I'm going
Bill.
to give the others a rundown of what we saw and felt as I lead them back.
A stone here.
It was that same feeling like being squeezed.
Oh gods.
I saw a black dragon land with some robed figure. I suspect that the robed figure is the one leading the ritual. We'll have to make sure we target them as our top priority.
Yeah. Well, that's at least one less black dragon kid then.
Nuggets. Okay, what did I do now? There we are. Estrella, while you're waiting, give me a perception roll.
it's not a 1.
Very nice. You can see on the how do we ping on this map again? I've forgotten. Is it like that? It is not like that. Ah well. Anyway, about 10, 50 feet from you, there's just slightly visible on the crest of a building. You see a human-sized but very muscular, completely hairless creature with long purple tongue, and claws on its hands and feet, crawling over the roof, kind of looking around before it disappears down again.
Mhm.
And then you hear the sound of heavily armored people in the distance, sneaking up towards you.
All right, then she's going to jump down to get to the others.
Did Did you get spotted?
Nope, don't think so.
Then why are you running?
To warn the others that they have surveillance on the roof. They are not.
Did I?
They are not as sneaky as we are.
I'll stay here then.
Well, you see them moving up. Are you guys trying to sneak, or are you just moving up at speed? That's for the rest of the party with Sarah.
And what did Sarah tell us to do?
Zara's not leading them stealthily. We're pushing forward.
Right. Well, they push in. It's a big place. There's a lot of walls. Estrella's not convinced that unless somebody's standing on a wall and they're listening intently, they'd be able to hear it. Plate mail doesn't make that much sound when it's worn properly.
All right. Well, she still tries to intercept them.
Nope.
So, one more enemy that I could see was keeping guard on the roof, like completely bald with claws and a long purple tongue. I don't know what creature that was, but it was up on the roof doing some surveillance before it went down again. But I don't think I've been spotted.
Is her description enough for me to make a esoteric lore check?
No, not really. This sounds like a ghoul, honestly, except probably not, but you'd have to get eyes on it.
It was very bulky, muscular.
Well, we don't have time to hem and haw. Is our plan to just leap the wall or crash the front gate? There's 2 water elementals guarding the gate.
Let me just specify there. I've probably explained it poorly, but the water elementals are on the long flanks of the moat. They're not by the gate itself, but actually prowling on the sides. Man, I wish I could remember how to ping.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it'll come
If
to
we
me.
cross the bridge, we should go quickly because there's water elementals in the moat. We don't want to linger near the water.
I tried to look it up, but I can't actually figure out how to ping either. I don't remember.
We used to know how to ping, and then
No, we used to know it in roll 20,
yeah,
not in Fancy Grounds.
then we took a something to the knee. I can't remember what Barnabas or Braddock called it yesterday.
I believe it was a JSON to the knee.
A JSON to the knee, yes. Thank you. And now we don't remember anything anymore. I can't remember where I put my can of dip, for example. That's a huge problem.
I know you have a new one on top of the refrigerator.
No, I had it here like moments ago. There we are. Sorry. I'm just throwing things on the roof. There we are. That's where the water elementals are prowling. Thank you.
Enter
Huge
drawing mode.
honking water elementals as well. Probably the size of a barn, each of them. Now that you look around, you can see there's a lot of earth elementals and traces of fire elementals destroyed outside of the temple as well. Whoever was here, they put up one heck of a fight. And as you're standing outside, you see in the distance, probably 900 feet away, a flying black shape with a flowing cloak and a lance is dueling somebody with long green hair, throwing pieces of ice the size of your carts at them.
Well, it seems that there is at least one defender left.
Well, we should go help them then. How do we get in?
We crash the front gate running as hard and as powerfully as we can.
Then I suggest that the people who have most problems jumping over will be first. Because some of us can get over even if the bridge is gone.
Ooh, that's me.
Is the bridge actually like destroyed, or is it just pulled up so we could lower it?
The drawbridge is lowered, and the gate is slightly destroyed, but not destroyed enough for you to see in. You'd have to sneak up to the gate and actually have a look to be able to see what's behind it. But it's once you get there, it's going to be just moving it. It's obviously just hanging kind of half-heartedly on its hinges, having been smashed by something powerful.
Zara is going to sneak up to that gate and see if she can just push it off the hinges.
Right. Give us your sneak and roll.
Not very sneaky.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And there's my athletics to force the gates off the hinges.
Yeah, Sora moves up. Let's see, would have to move you another square here. To the gate. For some reason, she feels happy. Almost does a little jig before she catches herself. Pushes the gate straight off the hinges. Because it's a weak gate. And old Shoggy's gonna reel stuff for you. She'd have line of sight up this way. I'm pretty confident. I'm just gonna wing it as best I can with line of sight here, because I gotta reveal it area for area. And I could spend a hell of a lot of time doing it, or I can just try to do it fast. So there we are. Thank you. That helps a lot. And what Sara stares into is one of these bros. Horrible looking creature. Very definitely both super undead and probably, although she hasn't had a chat about its thoughts and feelings and morals, probably also super evil. And 4 smaller ones, obviously answering to the big angry beastie. And that's going to start off our combat. With Yodi going first, actually.
What? What is this sorcery?
Don't ask me. Yodi's sitting on 46 initiative currently.
God damn. So let's see here. I was not prepared. I will go ahead and hit a warp step. And literally put all the Z's in chat. And then I will move to there.
So Yodi steps into reality. Snap, there goes gravity, something, and then reappears over there.
And then I will cast nothing because I used 2 actions for that. And I will chill right there.
Gotcha. Next one, that's Estrella.
All right.
Finally, actually, she's on the ball, having had her time with lambs and cuddly butterflies.
Definitely, first of all, trying to catch up. That is 2 actions to move to the beginning of the bridge. And then she first tries to check the situation. And since she learned her lesson in rushing ahead, she is going to wait there, trying to get stealthy again. Where is it? Where is my stealth roll? Come on. Enter the grounds, please. Trying to go stealthy with a 28.
What a 28. Gotcha. So she's kind of just sneaking up. Doom. Pretty certain she's not seen. It's coming you. And that takes us to Zara, who's actually also really on the ball when it comes to speed. Looks like you actually surprised these suckers, because they're going like, what? As that gate comes in. Not having taken any positions or anything. Probably didn't think anybody was going to be dumb enough to just walk up and smash down the gates while they were on guard.
Zara's gonna dart over here,
Gotcha.
make a duplicate of herself on the other side of the Vrailoka
Vrikalokas,
to the
so,
east.
yeah. However you would say that. Gotcha.
And then she is going to whack it in the head with a hammer.
Ah, yes. The old hammer to the head. Usually very, very reliable.
And then +2 for the flanking.
That is a hit. It's agile and fast as balls, but it's also trying to kill the other thing. That's not Zara. And she smacks it good. This thing hisses in pain as far as hammer impacts. And goes,
that would be my 3 actions.
mumbles something to her in a language Zara's never heard before. It takes us to Preacher.
Distance question regarding how long one square is now. Is it 5?
It is 5, sir. It is 5.
All right. Then I want to spend my 3 actions going first up to that wall, up onto it. And the last action is going to be running along it and leaping over to the other side.
That's going to be a DC 22 to get onto that wall. Unless you can jump 25 feet with no issue, and I don't believe you can.
I can wall run up it.
Well then, in that case, you just walk. Preacher just runs straight up the wall, because monks, for them, the rules of nature are more like polite suggestions. Obviously.
I can run 45 feet per action, so I should be up there in 2, and then the final one, I hope, is going to be able to run and jump across over there.
It's going to be a 40-foot standing jump. Well, you are running, but yeah, that's a bit of distance. I'm going to say that's going to be a Feature's very strong, and he is running, but I'm still going to say that's a DC 30 athletics. If you're going to try to jump it.
Well, let's try it. Nope.
Whoop! So Preacher goes down into the drink. Meaning, let's see, where did I put these elementals? He now has the full attention of an elemental tsunami that's heading his way.
Quick question. Could Preacher attempt a reflex save to grab the edge of the wall he was trying to jump on?
He hasn't used his reactions, and it sounds fun, so I'm going to say yes, that's going to be a DC 27 reflex.
I do believe I actually have a feat for this. Hang on a second.
On wall run, it says that if you end in the air, you can attempt to grab an edge if applicable.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have that. So, yes.
Well, in that case, you can attempt to grab an edge. But I'm going to say that's only a DC 20 acrobatics, because it's part of the feat, so it should be easy enough. Yeah, Preacher's hanging by 3 fingers on this wall. Currently. So the elementals, he hasn't hit the water, but you can see the elemental has formed down there, because it noticed something was heading for the water for a moment, but seems to not be attacking anything not in the water. Okay. Shiny and or chrome. Älskar mig nu. That takes us to Edamir.
I'm going to use 3 moves to move there.
Gotcha. Nyom. Oh, wow. Okay. Tried to move you while you were moving. Okay. Please remove the the ruler
Trying.
while you're at it. Double or right and left mouse button at the same time.
It is not going away. I can move it around. That's weird.
Try clicking it and then clicking the delete button on your keyboard.
Yeah, if I do that, I close the map. So we'll let Edmir figure that out, and we'll just
But
keep
that'll be
moving.
my turn.
That takes us to these critters. The spawn that's right next to the Zara is gonna move up here. So that's an attack of opportunity if you have one.
I do.
Oh dear. That, I believe, is what they call a critical. It's not moving anywhere. It's going to go prone. That's what's going to happen. Holy cow.
100% going to go prone, and it's going to have a bad time.
Yep. It gets smacked straight in the face, goes prone, spends another action getting up. And being right pissed off, it's going to try to bite Zara. And Zara easily fends it off with her hammer. That takes some Marisol.
Yeah, so I'm going to use something I've never used before.
Oh dear.
I am looking up at the wall over to the bridge, and then I'm going to grab hold of the bottom of my cloak. And it will flare up, so I'm basically Batman. I can fly now.
That'd be Superman, but yes.
No, Batman is the one using his cloak to, glide and shit.
Sure, whatever. Let's not get caught up in details there. You can fly, that's the important part.
How broad is the sledge?
It's about 3 feet, so...
Yeah, so no problem sitting there then.
Not super comfortable being on top of it, because there's no guards on either side. But, yeah. You can
Sitting there and shooting from there is no problem, right?
Nope. It's enough space.
Then I have one action left, I think, and we'll shoot.
Right.
Have rifle, we'll shoot. I will shoot on the biggest one.
Yes, going for Zamasta. Gotcha. Go for it. 38, that's a hit. But not a crit, even with the high grounds. Still, damage is damage. This thing is it's not happy with life right now, having been shot by her as well. Dum 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 dum. Mr. Sandman. Right. Let's not get. That takes us to Mador.
Okay, I'm gonna full tilt to the bridge, I guess.
Full tilt. So boom 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 boom. You can feel your boots kind of trying to speed you up. Are you going to allow them to, or?
No, I'll just do my basic movement.
Yep. Mador sprints up. He's fast now, even in plates. Let's just move you and Estrella into full squares. I'll be kind and move you up one instead. There we are.
And that's my move.
Magnus.
Okay, well, Magnus will slap Etienne on the rump and tell him to go look after Bill and the wagons, and then he's going to sprint as close to Estrella as he can get.
Be there. Yeah, Etienne whinnies. You're pretty certain that's a got it, sah. And then zooms off to do his Etienne things. These things are not fast. That's for damn certain.
Yeah, he's prancing a lot.
Yeah, this spawn is going to move up and it's going to attack the mirror image of Zara. If I remember correctly, that would be the same as actually attacking Zara.
Yep.
But even though it's got her from behind, it doesn't actually manage to find purchase, neither with claws nor bites. The big one, however, home, 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 home. Just check some abilities. Ah, there we are. It's going to try to touch Zara as it's casting a spell. You can see it like deep blackish purple flame around its hand. Where's
Which
her?
Zara is he attacking as well? Please clearly state.
He's attacking the mirror image Zara. There we are. Okay. So that is... Holy cow, Zara's difficulty hit. That is a miss with that spell. And he's going to try to bite her as well. And flub stab too. Lovely. Dangerous creature. The the spawn to the south of Zara's mirror image is going to be going for her. It actually does manage to bite the mirror image.
Excellent. The mirror image explodes.
Oh, lovely. So
I still take damage, so whatever damage you rolled.
That's going to be 14 piercing damage. And I don't think it's going to be able to drink blood from an exploding mirror image, so it's not going to get that.
I count as the same thing until it resolves. So.
In that case, it's it drinks some blood out of that mirror image as well. You can see
Okay,
it.
and then
Its veins start to bulge a bit.
The 3 creatures adjacent to the mirror image take 7 slashing damage. No save.
Huh. Okay then.
And the image explodes and disappears into nothingness. So she's
Right.
not there anymore.
I'm assuming you were the one that's set that up. There we are. Yep, all of them are injured now due to the image exploding and getting all scratchy. That's interesting for them. The last one here. It's actually gonna get up between Marisol and Preacher.
Hello.
It's it didn't see Preacher, so it's not gonna attack him, but it's gonna try to bite Marisol. Oh boy, that's a critical. So really gets a good hold of her wrist and tears veins. She's bleeding like a stuck pig. That's 36 piercing damage to Marisol, and you can see it. The veins really bulging on this thing.
Can you repeat the number?
36, 36.
Yeah, thank you.
Bingo. Yes. And yeah, that takes us around to Ioti.
Ooh wee. So I think I can go there.
Pretty certain you can, yes.
And then I'm going to tap my new crystal magic staff, and I will throw a fireball that hits everybody up until Zara, basically. So these 3 guys here in the middle.
Yep.
I'm going to upcast that fireball as well.
Oh.
So that'd be a basic reflex save from the nerds.
And the difficulty on that now. Is it still 29 or is it higher?
It is... Hold on, I gotta remember how to look. It is 30.
Should be.
30. Gotcha. Oakley dokley, just do your damage while I'm having myself a look-see here.
Yes.
$34 fire. The biggest one doesn't really he dodges most of it, but he gets singed. The other ones, though, they are definitely hit full in the face by that.
That is my turn.
Gotcha. I did not do myself any favors by placing every single enemy on the map in the initiative list from the start. None of you will be surprised that there are more, so I don't feel I'm ruining anything by saying so. Takes us to Estrella.
Yep. And Estrella is attempting a underhanded assault. So she is going to sneak up to that foe below Zara. And
Yep.
if I succeed my sneak, I can attack at the end of the sneak. And thanks to my sneak 7, I can only basically fail when I roll a 1.
Yeah, just be aware that sneaks they have their perception against your sneak, so
Yep. I
a
also have.
bad roll will still be a failure.
Even if I have a failure or I succeed, it says in the description
Yes,
of
but if
the.
he succeeds by more than you do, he still sees you.
All right, and I also have foiled senses.
Just so you're aware how those rules work.
All right.
Not an automatic success if you roll more than a 1. However, you do roll high enough that he doesn't see you, so at this point it's moot.
Perfect. So undetected.
And that's a hit.
That is going to hurt him a lot.
This one's also not in fantastic shape. It looks like half his head has already been smacked flat by by a hammer. Is that 28 total?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, that thing is definitely not in good shape. You can actually see its heart through the piece where Estrella slashed off a good part of its chest with the gloom blade. But being undead, it's not quite dead, but that heart is beating, and it probably should not be out in open air.
Yeah, well, she is counting on the others to get up as well, so she's this time actually staying and not running away again, so that would be a second attack now.
Oh dear. And that's a miss. Man, your dice today are on fire.
Yep.
Speaking of on fire, it's Sara's turn.
Very cool. I am going to do a exploit vulnerability. Exploit vulnerability on the Vryloka.
Yeah, the big one, or
Kola,
the
Kookaburra. Yeah,
the Vrikolakas or something like that.
Yeah, on the Kookaburra.
Yeah, the Kookaburra. Gotcha. It's a sort of vampire. That's pretty much all you know.
I'm gonna assume that was a failure to exploit the vulnerability.
That is correct, sir.
I'm going to swing my hammer at it.
You have noticed that worked out beautifully last time. That's a hit. Does not seem resistant to being hammered to smithereens, no matter what sort of vampire it is. It's a weird one for sure. You've never seen one in this in Goldglens.
And I'm going to use my third action to swing at the little guy between Estrella and I.
Gotcha.
22.
22. Let me check that real fast. Oh, he does manage to dodge that.
That's
on his last legs, he might be, but
was he still prone?
he was not prone.
Okay.
Speaking of prone, it's Preacher's turn.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use my kip up to get up on the wall for free.
Yep.
Advance to the guy who's beating on my friend along the wall.
You're pretty much next to him when you get on the wall, so no movement needed for that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do not a flurry of blows, but I'm gonna do a combat grab attack. So regular attack and combat grab.
Gotcha.
Let me see if I can find the actions tab. Here we go. Sorry, I went straight for the damage. That was not my intention.
It's okay.
Still left-handed.
It's been 14 days since we did this, or 7 days since we did this, so we're a little bit rusty. That's a hit, for sure. That's a crit, actually.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to do that attack again. Damage again. There we go.
Well, you smack him, but good. And he's also grabbed.
In that case, my next action is a whirling through athletics. I'm going to toss him into the elemental.
Oh dear. And
Bad roll. We'll see if he still makes it. It's a foe fortitude DC.
you hear him go, Kurva! As you toss him off the wall down into the water next to the elemental.
Have fun! That should be... I don't know, the keep up was free, so 2 actions.
That is 2 actions indeed.
Then I'm gonna leap down and end up, I think here would be a good idea.
Gotcha. This is a 30-foot leap. I seem to remember you have some sort of not taking falling damage. So
Cat fall, 25 feet reduction, and no 5 is not an issue.
Yeah. So yeah, you just do the Iron Man landing behind one of them, smashing some of the flagstones. And they seem less than happy. They seem less than thrilled about the whole thing.
And that mirror.
Mm-hmm. Takes us to Edamir.
I will move there.
So one move. Isoi coming up. Is he still small?
No.
Right. Full size Isoi.
Yep. He will use 3 actions to move there. And I will cast Disrupt Undead on the guy that's straight in front of me.
Gotcha.
Fortitude save. DC 30.
DC 30, fortitude save. Do. Never again will I put every enemy on the map in one place. We're in the same initiative list. That's a crit fail. He hisses and screams as you hit him.
And he's also enfeebled 1 for 1 round.
Oh boy. Well then. Handy piece of information I have right there.
Oh, I did not roll that as a crit.
That you probably should try to do.
It is not letting me roll it as a crit.
Hold shift and press the damage.
Shift?
Yes. There we are. We are rusty. It's been a while. Been a hot minute.
Yeah, I thought it was control. My bad.
Yeah, after the let's see, where's this bro? After the fireball, he's actually not in particularly good shape. So that melts him or hits him, and you see him fall down into dirt.
That's also positive damage.
Just a big old pile of dirt. And that's your turn, Aizu.
Yep, that'll be it for me.
Right. That takes us to this very tired bro in between Estrella and Zara. He's been trying to bite Zara. That didn't work out. He's going to try to bite Estrella. That didn't work out any better, but he's still gonna try to get her with her claws. Or with his claws.
Nimble
And,
dodge.
2 solid misses. He does nothing. Hum 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 hum. Hum 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 hum. That's Marisol then.
Yeah. Preacher got rid of the thing biting me, so I'm gonna reload, aim, and shoot the big guy again.
Gotcha. $36. That's a hit.
One.
Yeah, he can soak up some damage, all right. He seems not particularly slowed down. That was Marisol.
Question: Is the big one the topmost one next to the wall?
Yes, that's correct, sir.
Gotcha.
And the door opens. Let me just get some vision here. You can now see the rest of the room. I'd love to show you a picture of what's coming out. I'll try, but for some reason this decided to be a background image. So I can't really show it to you, but it's a tall, gaunt creature with runes swirling around its head. Never seen anything like it. It is, however, speaking in Necril.
If you want to tell me the name, I could look up a picture.
I will send you a DM, yes. Much appreciated. That was one action. It actually stops there, going like, what? Until it realizes it's got a fully loaded crossbow and it can see a kobold that looks like a spellcaster. So it's going to shoot its crossbow at Iodi. That crossbow bolt just pings off of Iodi's hardened scales, doing nothing. And it's now Mador.
Question.
Yes, sir.
If I get the square in between and behind Preacher and Estrella, can I attack both those targets with polearm?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm moving to.
That's going to be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so...
And I'm going to swing on the one in front of Estrella.
Yep, that's 2 move actions to get there, and leave us with 1 action. On the one in front of Estrella. Gotcha. That's a critical, sir. Hoo boy. Yeah, well, this thing is trying to bite Estrella, bite and claw Estrella, and then a glaive, I assume, just comes out from behind her and
glaive.
lops its head straight off. Never even saw it coming. It is dead. Falls down into dirt.
That is my move.
That takes us to Magnus.
Okay, Magnus is going to... Can you get past Edamir? Up to Izoi?
Yeah, Edamir's not particularly large.
Okay. He's going to move up behind Izoi and then up alongside Preacher. And then he has his Warhammer in his hand. And it's pulsing with a very intent light as he strikes at the enemy in front of Preacher.
Gotcha. The enemy in front of Preacher. Well, I can't see your token having moved. Was this where you want to go?
Yep, that's it.
That's it. That's a critical then.
plus.
Oh dear. Scary when they say plus.
Total of 39. And 6 positive damage. And if it's still intact,
And it is.
in that case, it is now enfeebled 1 until the end of my next turn.
Wonderful. So that's the second enfeeble hitting that thing. No. Wait, first. My bad. The other critter here. Oh boy. What's the range on this thing? I'm assuming it's going to be... it is going to move down here. Doom. And it's going to try to first grab Magnus. Slash him with his claws. That, I believe, it's not a crit, but it's a hit. That's going to be 19 slashing damage. And what is Magnus's 42? Oh dear. It is leaning forward, and you can feel it's trying to actually, its mind is trying to grab onto Magnus's mind, but he manages to steal his faith and just push it out of its head before it manages to grab any of his memories. Monday, Tuesday, every day. The Vrikolakas master is going to try to bite Zara. Zara is a tough cookie, for sure. Manages to actually fend it off again. And then it's going to claw at her twice. Dang. I will, however, need a DC 29 Fortitude save from Zara. Oh dear. Well then, that's handy to know. The spawn next to Preacher is going to try to bite Preacher. He's also ridiculously hard to hit, so manages to fend that off. Just pushes it away when it tries to bite him. And when it tries to claw him, well, it's trying to claw him. I'm Master Monk, so he easily parries both of those. You hear the sound of a tsunami hitting somebody at sea from outside, and a scream. And it's now Yodi's turn.
Excellent. I would like to move here behind this pillar thing.
Gotcha.
And somebody's been shooting at me. And then I think I'm going to do an electric arc at the guy directly in front of Magnus.
Flaming arc. Gotcha.
Electric arc.
Electric arc. Ooh.
Yeah, I can find that picture in a second. It's
Sounds
a
like
basic reflex save from them nerds.
Sounds like a great. And it's DC 30, is it?
It is, yeah.
Wonderful.
So it'd be him and the guy next to him that have to roll it.
The one in front of Magnus, was it? Or the one in front of Preacher?
The one in front of Magnus and the one in front of Preacher.
Ah, both of them.
Because it's an electric arc, yeah.
Okay, just do your damage. I assume save is half, so just roll your damage.
I already did.
Okay. Well, you catch at least the one with all the runes around its head trying to eat his memories full in the face. And the other one screams and falls into dust, being electrocuted.
I do not think there's a picture of this monster.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, that's that for Yodi, I assume.
Yep, that's it for me.
That takes us to Estrella.
Yep, Estrella is taking one step, and then I am trying to feint. So it is my deception against their perception.
Okay. Roll it on the table, Shadow. Your feint is successful.
Very well.
And that's a hit.
So that's this damage, and then my sneak damage again. And I want to, with my with a free action, enfeeble one on that guy.
Gotcha. So,
And that would be all. One step, one feint, and one attack.
yeah, he's definitely confused by what Estrella was doing there. And it's Zara's turn.
Very cool. Zara is going to attempt to do the exploit vulnerabilities on the Vidle in front of her.
Yeah. The Vriukolakas.
Bless you.
Yes. Now that is going to be a success. So yeah, she knows that these things are actually a type of vampire that's not native to this continent. Even weirder is they're usually bound to where they were buried. So why this thing is here is sort of a surprise. They are master shape changers. If it had had some time, you would probably be facing every animal with teeth and claws in this forest, because they do dominate animals very, very easily. They do have an aura of pestilence, so anybody who is exposed to it risks getting the bubonic plague. In addition, the usual undead immunities, death, effects, disease, paralyze, poison, and sleep, but no... mostly bound to the place of their death. They got to be back at it within 24 hours, or they will be paralyzed. If they die, they can possess any animal within 100 feet, unless they're decapitated, in which case they're not going to be able to do that.
No special weaknesses.
Nope.
Well, I guess I will make it weak to me 5. Actually, 6 now.
Yes.
And then I will attempt to pulp its head.
Gotcha. That's a miss. It does manage to dodge that.
Swing again.
That's another
Two
miss.
misses.
It manages to. It's starting to learn Sara's attack patterns and dodge rolls out of both of those attacks.
And that's my turn.
Gotcha. That takes us to Preacher.
Thank you. Well, this guy is having way too much fun with my friend Magnus, and I will go full out on him. So, the flurry of blows to begin with a combat grab. Second.
Flare blows and a combat grab. Let me just find this. Find this critter on the list. Boom, 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 boom. There we are. That is 2 hits.
Thank you. Is he still grabbing onto Magnus?
Yes, he is.
Can I use my second action to try and break that grab?
That you can. It's going to be your athletics versus his athletics.
I will do that then.
Easy.
And last action is going to be a regular smash attack, I think, with a powerful fist.
That is a miss. He does manage to dodge that one.
Remember, he's flat-footed for the remainder unless he tries to get away.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What looks like an ancient, decrepit dwarf comes kind of shuffling up. And he's going to try to touch Magnus. And Magnus manages to smack him away with his shield. Though you can see a light just dusting of that shield erode away from where the creature touched it. I don't have a picture. They don't actually have a picture of these, but they look like ancient, decrepit dwarves. Edamir, it's your turn, sir.
Okay. I'll have Yasoi move there.
Dum. Yep.
I will use his support benefit so he starts changing colors, and I will do a slashing gust on the dwarf and the guy in front of Magnus.
Gotcha. Is that a save or just a hit?
It's to hit. So for the dwarf,
Yeah, he dodges it.
and for the guy in front of Magnus.
He's hit. So that's roll your damage, good sir.
Yep.
What? Yeah, it's slashing damage, of course. Slashing gust. Well, he does bleed. Yeah, and if it bleeds, you can probably kill it.
And with the Isoi support benefit, he is dazzled for 1 round also.
He gets the lizard disco to the face as well. Lovely. Yeah, he's none too happy about that. It is Marisol's turn.
Yes, and now that Preacher has been pounding on this thing, I'm gonna use the fact that we are on point with each other, and I'm gonna reload and shoot.
Gotcha. That's a critical.
+8 because Preacher.
Yeah, so 59. Yeah, Marisol takes his head clean off with the gun.
And I'm gonna reload.
Gotcha. Home. And it is now Mador's turn.
Okay, gonna move to behind Estrella.
Yep.
And swing on the big guy.
Gotcha. Oh, so close. He dodges that by the skin of his teeth. That was almost a 20. That is a hit. Eight. You smack him, but it's like hitting the creature made of old boot leather. It's difficult to kill.
All right, and that's my move.
One move. You do have two attacks you can use.
Oh
No, wait, that was 2 attacks.
No, I was actually 1 square over behind Estrella.
Yeah, I'm being silly. Sorry. It is not
You're
Magnus.
silly.
Magnus.
Okay. Magnus will target the Relictor and strike out at him with the hammer.
Gotcha. He swings. You can see this guy's taken a pounding already. Like his clothes are in rags, and he's taken a lot of slashes and spells, but he is tough as balls. Magnus doesn't actually manage to injure him with that attack.
Okay, he'll try again.
Nope. He smashes him. He's not trying to dodge or anything. It just doesn't do anything.
Okay, in that case, Magnus will just raise his shield.
Gotcha. This bro here, he is going straight for Preacher. And he is going to try to grab hold of him. Fails. Going to try to grab hold of him again. Fails again. Preacher, not the best choice for grappling, but for a creature that eats memories, what a feast.
Yeah. 3 times.
The Vrikolakas. Gurgling something unintelligible to Zara, and it's going to try to bite her. And this time it succeeds. That's going to be 29 piercing damage to Zara. You can see its wounds grow just a bit. Still very injured, but that was obviously handy for it to have happen. And it's going to try to slash her. That is a miss. And then it is going to try to move down here. So that's going to be some attacks of opportunity, I believe. Zara first, then Mador. And Preacher. That's a critical
Ain't
for Zara.
going nowhere.
Yeah,
Now
there's...
alone in the square he was at.
Nah, well, he's now a pile of dirt because Zara, knowing to go for the head, just smacks his head straight off his shoulders.
Dirt, prone, same thing.
Tomato, as they say. That takes us all the way around to Yodi.
Ooh, wee. I believe that I will just electric arc this dwarf friend in front of the little lizard over there.
Gotcha.
Something reflex save.
Yes, sir. DC 30, I seem to remember.
Yes, sir.
That is a lot of damage. He does not seem to have any particular resistance to electricity. And having taken a massive beating, he actually crumbles. He doesn't crumble, he just falls down and stops moving.
Beard. Also, the guy in front of Preacher gets hit as well.
Gotcha. A lot of electricity going around.
Beard.
You're like the Oprah of electricity. You get a burst, you get a burst.
And you get a zap.
Oh boy, that's a crit fail. So he doesn't get a small zap. You can see his skeleton through his body for a little while. And he's kind of smoking after that hit. Speaking of smoking, it is Estrella's turn.
Estrella is attempting underhanded assault again, sneaking up to the open door.
Gotcha.
There is my stealth. That is 32 because I take a penalty on that.
Right, I'm going to be rolling his perception. Oh, yeah, he knows exactly where Estrella is. You have no idea how. What?
God damn it. Well, in that case, I have to use my third action for the attack because I do not get that attack after the sneak.
That's a hit.
All right. So take off the first die, since that is only undetected.
12. Yep.
Yep, but in this position, I'm afraid I do not have flanking, so no flat-footed, right?
That is correct.
He's hold.
Oh yeah, he's held.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, well, in that case, here is my sneak damage. And since I can do that, it's also enfeebled 1 now and 3 persistent bleed. Oh
Lovely.
no, not the bleed. Since I had to use that action for attack. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's definitely flat-footed because Preacher's holding him
Yeah.
by the upper arms and giving him several loving Glasgow kisses while you're stabbing him.
Twisting the knife would be an action, so
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Gotcha. Zara, it is you.
Zara's gonna step forward, and I'm gonna swing at it.
Gotcha. It is. It is still flat-footed. Yes. Oh, that's a critical. It might have a big head with a big brain, but that's a big target for Zara as she just pulps the head and most of the rib cage. Her hammer actually not stopping before reaching the pelvis. And whatever kind of a creature this was, it's dead now.
Oh, I guess I don't have to swing a second time then.
You really do not. And that takes us out of combat. Zara sneaking in, and we've been going for a while, so we're going to take a 12-minute break. We'll be back at 8:30 p.m. CET in 12 minutes. See you all in a moment.
And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. My name's Shoggoth, and we're going to keep on going with the theme. Also, I think he's muted. He's definitely muted. Push the button, Shoggy.
The plan is to listen at the door and see if she hears anything on the other side.
Right. Behind Zara, out of nowhere, about 9 feet up, a rope drops down. And a figure slides down it. You do hear it. It's a dark-skinned man in deep blue robes of the clergy of Iran, probably in his mid to late 20s. You can see his robes are singed, and he's looking like he's got some serious blood loss. As he looks around, like, oh, deep one be praised. I don't know who you are, but you have arrived at a very opportune time. Or inopportune if you expected a peaceful meeting, but... And as he sees the stricken Relictner out on the flagstones in front of Magnus, he utters another prayer. My friends, you do not know what you have done, but even should we all fall this day, the fact that you have destroyed that creature will be enough to spare some of the relics here. That, whatever it is. No, you know what it is. Marzuk, take hold of yourself. Straightens up. That is one of the few creatures that can destroy some of the holy relics held in this temple. It just touched the doors, and they fell apart. Before we knew it, the beasts were on us. Led by a fearsome vampire in black armor. Had it not been for the lady with the green hair, we would all have been dead already.
Yeah, we saw her fighting outside. Important question. Does this temple hold a warding stone?
How do you know about those? No, it is of no matter. Yes, there is a warding stone in the Grand Hall.
She's turning around to the others. We really have to hurry. We were right.
Yes.
What does Zara hear on the other side of the door while these people are talking?
She hears nothing, really, but it's the wrong kind of nothing. There's something in there.
Is the door locked?
No, these doors also are, you could probably just reach out and push them over. They look like they're hundreds of years old.
Zara's going to shove the door off its hinges and get ready to run in the room.
Right. Zara shoves the door open to reveal a hallway and another door.
Yeah, Estrella is starting to move up to stay behind Zara.
The man looks at you. I do not know who you are or how in Iran's name you came here, but there is no point keeping the secret anymore. They are here for the sarcophagi. This temple holds many relics, holy relics meant to combat demons and the undead, but our secret mission is to hold on to the remains of vampiric creatures, study them for weaknesses. They've already resurrected many of them.
We kinda know. Marisol's.
Mr. Priest Guy, you're beautiful and all, but we must either stop them from destroying this warding stone or we are all doomed. So either grab your club and follow us or flee for your life. Is there another door that Zara's walked up to?
Yep.
She's going to listen at it.
Very well. Just be aware. I think they have resurrected the Master Kinayan. If he is in there, I hope you have some powerful warriors with you. And he throws his rope up again and climbs up it and disappears into a pocket dimension at the end of the rope. Best of luck!
The gods preserve us.
Now that
Get down from there.
Carissa be with us.
Now that Zora's listening on the door, she can hear whispering in Necril, the language of the undead. And also very slight scrape of metal on metal. Oop.
Is this door also creaking on the hinges?
Yep.
Zara's gonna shove it off the hinges.
All of these pretty much are creaking on the hinges. Just you can see the handprint of whatever creature that was that has just destroyed all of these doors. They were probably very nicely warded at some point. As Zora pushes the door off the hinges, boom, 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 boom. She reveals a room. I gotta do this more or less square by square. Makes life very interesting for me right now. Just do that. And she can see two of these bros just waiting for you to enter. In addition to another two of these. The door's coming off that easily kind of throws her off her game, and Preacher is actually the first one to act.
Okay. That took me by surprise. I'm gonna have to read up on a feat. Give me 20 seconds. Okay, we're gonna do something weird. Blazing Streak, running in, connecting strikes to all four of them, ending up in the lower right.
Okay then. So that
and
is
I'm gonna spend a key point to doing it as well.
That is one attack against each of them, I assume.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, ain't that just a thing? Right.
So, if my math checks out, I'm trying to measure with a ruler. Yes, no problem whatsoever. I'm going to try and end up on the outside of that one.
Gotcha. Dunkety
But I'm
dunkety
going
dunkety
to
dunk.
start at the lower left.
Lower left first. So that's the Life Leech Brawlers. Okay. Do the Brawlers first, just for ease of doing things.
Quinn, there was a while since we did this. Do I do everything on my first topmost attack roll?
Flurry is normally progressing map, so top middle if it's your first two attacks.
Okay. So first one is top 2. So lower left first.
26, that's a hit.
In that case, this with another key point. That's a 4 positive energy.
See here. Yep, you smack him. Bada
And
boom.
this is all fire damage, not slashing.
Ah. Okay, and then the second attack goes on the one of the Mortic Brawlers, or Gurgis Maulers.
Upper left.
Yes. Okay, and that's a hit as well.
5 positive, 23 fire.
5 positive, 23 fire. Okay.
Sorry, additionally, I'm doing 3 fire on each of these because I have inner fire going.
Oakley dokley. Good thing you said that early on. Gives me the time to fix it. And then the two last ones.
Upper right.
I've been kicked out of the game.
Oh dear. Let's hope you can reconnect. That's it. E26. And lower right.
Problem is.
He dodges that.
Yep.
How interesting. Okay then.
Fire comet.
Fire Comet indeed, as you just kind of shoot through there. Uh-oh, my game is not happy with me currently. Let us hope things don't go awry.
Print screening.
There we are. I'm at least back to the game. That's good. Let's hope we get Quinn back in as well. What are you? You're one of these. Yep. Let us get a picture out. Jumping towards you very stiffly. It's definitely a vampire of some sort. You can see the fangs, but you've never seen this kind of vampire. Boing, boing, boing.
Hmm.
You have no idea what kind of creature this is, but it. Let's see. You have gotten a bit more vision now. Let me get that up for you guys. As you've moved up. No, Shoggoth. Just do big batches. Okay, Fancy Grounds might be having a strong. There we are. It doesn't actually need to move because it can't see you on the corner there, although you do get a +4 bonus to any saves against direct attacks. So you're slightly obscured. It's going to throw a Spirit Blast at Preacher. That's a DC 32 Fortitude. And you're not getting +4 versus that because it's trying to hit your soul.
Okay.
Oh my. Well, that's gonna hurt.
Woof.
It hits Preacher.
Mind resharing the map with me?
Yep, hits Preacher for 111 damage. He is just hit full in the face with that Spirit Blast. That was that thing. Oh yes, Vision. The other one here is going to hit Preacher with a Spirit Blast. So that's another DC 32 Fortitude save.
Nope.
That is not a success. And that's going to be 57 force damage to Preacher.
I'm down.
Yes, he is just smashed between the energies of those two attacks. You can see it cracks on him as he goes down. Mador.
Sorry, question. Were those two medical attacks main type?
Oh, yes.
Okay, then, sorry, I'm going to have to recalculate a bit. Level of those attacks?
Let me check real quick. That is at level 6.
Okay. Well, I'm actually still standing, but it's it's barely.
Oh wow.
I'm at, if my math checks out, 108 hit points.
Right. Yeah, Preacher is actually still standing, but those two blasts have definitely done a number on him. He doesn't look like he's in great shape. And now it's Mador's turn.
Okay, I really can't see anything because I'm way down the back, correct?
That would be correct, sir.
I'm gonna move up. And when I get here, I'll head over here and engage this life
Yeah.
leech.
That's one move.
I'm gonna stay at 10 feet away, so I'm probably right by the door.
Yeah, that put you there then. That is a hit, sir. You smack him, for sure. And the second one is also a hit. There we are. Yep, smacked that light leecher twice. He's not in great shape, that's for certain. It is now Estrella's turn.
Mm-hmm. And you can probably guess what I'm trying to do. I am trying an underhanded assault.
Yep. Against
Against the one with Preacher. And Estrella actually changed weapons while we were moving up. She is now holding her Vine of Roses.
Oakley Dokley. Let me do his perception here. Nope, she manages to sneak up and be underhanded about it.
Perfect.
So that is a... let me check this armor class here real quick. That's a hit.
All right, so that's this. That is 4 positive, if I see that correctly. Then here is my sneak damage. That guy will be enfeebled 1
Gotcha.
for this turn. Okay, it showed. And then, seeing the number of enemies, Estrella is going to move back again behind Zara.
Gotcha. As they say, something, 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 something valor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Marisol.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot at the one that Preacher is standing by.
Yeah, you don't care about cover, so you can shoot from there without any issue at him.
Yep.
That's a critical.
Plus however many dice Preacher did on it.
0.
That was one I missed.
But 66 then.
Yeah, he's definitely injured. You can see he's actually bleeding. He's some sort of undead, but an undead that bleeds.
Then I'm gonna reload and shoot him again.
Gotcha. At first you don't succeed. Something, 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 try again. That's another hit.
For 16.
Bang. Good hit. Pasta was replaced with vitality. Yeah, we'll have a look at that at some point. Magnus, you are actually next.
Okay. Magnus wants to get through to there. I think that's going to be 2 moves, maybe.
That is 1 move.
Okay, 1 move. He is going to lay on hands on Preacher.
Probably not a terrible idea. We're off to touch the preacher. 19 hit points.
Preacher also gains a +2 to his armor class for the next round.
Excellent.
And Magnus is going to raise his shield.
Right. So this mauler here, he is going to raise his maul, huge two-handed sledgehammer. And he is going to move down and try to smack Preacher with it. What's this button do? Ooh. He's trying to line up a very precise blow on Preacher with his maul.
35.
Yep, that is a miss. And the other one here, he is going to get straight up in Mador's face and try a precise blow against him, which Mador easily blocks with the glaive. And it is now Iodi's turn.
This is a situation. I'm gonna move to here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw a chain lightning in that room and hit all 4 of those guys.
Oh boy. Okay then.
That's gonna be a reflex save.
That's a
If
DC
you arc it,
30
sorry,
reflex.
if you arc it right, you can probably hit the guy on the right because he's within 30 feet.
I can hit everybody, including the vampire in the hallway, yep.
To the right
Not
or to the
one on
left?
the left, though.
The guy on the right, not the guy on the left. Because it'll
On the
bounce
right.
to the right.
Okay. And that's a DC 30 reflex, is it not?
It is indeed.
Okay, so that is 1 fail. Oh boy, that is 1 crit fail. So that's gonna hurt. Two crit fail. And 1 success, actually. Okay, so that was 64 damage. Let me just go through down this. He is not in good shape. The the mauler that was trying to hit Mador is just turned into dust by the power of that chain lightning. He is super mega dead. The brawler next to Preacher is also just... he just explodes, basically. And the guy with the success... even with the success, with the amount of punishment he's taken, he is actually killed. That's 3 kills for Iodi with 1 chain lightning. And then we have the jumpy, blasty bastards. You're probably interested in them taking damage. Like, I'm not going to tell you how you feel, but I'm pretty certain you're going to want them to take damage.
I'm very happy about that.
Oh boy, yeah, he's definitely not in fantastic shape. He takes it full to the face as well. That is a quality chain lightning. That's over 400 damage in 1 chain lightning. Impressive.
That's my turn.
Yeah. I'm certain everybody's real sad about you doing that. Zara, it's your turn.
Zara's gonna run up to this guy.
Okay, in that case, let us get some motivation in here. Same.
Oh, if there was more in that room, then they get hit by the chain lightning also, because you don't have to have line of sight; it's line of effect.
Oh, shiny. We're gonna. I'm just gonna do some chain lightning real quick here, then.
What, more damage?
Yep. That could, with a couple of failed saves, that'll take you up over 500 damage in 1 turn. Wow, that is actually a fail. Did not see that coming. And the other bro here, the other fellas can't deny. Let's see if I can find a picture of this guy. Yeah, there's one of these bros standing in there, like a little decrepit dude. Could have been a gnome, could have been a halfling. Kind of hard to say. You're leaning towards gnome. In addition to a vampire looking like let's see if I have an image here. Nope. He looks a lot like the other provincial Jiangxi, but he's dressed in monk's robes and he's got a much shinier parchment on his forehead. Who did you roll your esoteric lore on? I'm assuming it's Jiangxi.
That was on the provincial, yeah.
Yeah, these things, not native to Golden Glens. They are native to Shensherivar, the samurai hobgoblin area. Powerful spellcasters. They can actually sense people breathing within 60 feet, so try and sneak up on them as long if you breathe is completely pointless. Usual undead immunities: death, vice, disease, paralyzed, poison, sleep, and prone. They are resistant to everything except darkwood when it comes to physical attacks. That fulu, as it's called, on their brow means that they're immune to any spells cast from a magic item without expending a spell slot, like using a scroll or a wand. Although if that's stolen, or taken off from them, they're not going to be able to. They're not going to have that immunity anymore. They're very slow because for some reason they're a type of vampire that's got rigor mortis. But they are powerful spellcasters, and they can drain ki if they grab onto somebody. They're not entirely certain what ki is, but Preacher could probably explain it if you give him a couple of hours.
I'm going to breach its defenses so that it is not resistant to me at all.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to apply hammer directly to the forehead.
That is usually super helpful. They are also vulnerable to being shown the holy symbol of their deity, which could cause them some revulsion. That is a miss. Forgot to mention that part.
And that's my 3 actions.
That was you. That takes us to Edamir. Edamir.
I will move there.
Does whatever an Edamir does.
Soy will move there.
Skitter.
And I will cast Disrupt Undead on the guy by Soy.
Yep, that's pretty much the only one you have line of sight to from where you are.
So, basic fortitude, DC 30.
Basic fortitude, baby. That's the way it's gonna be. Okay. Actually, you shouldn't do that because I forgot to remove his token. He's actually dead.
Oh.
From the chain lightning. So, my bad.
Well, then I will also move there.
Gotcha.
And Yasoi will be there. And that'll be my turn.
Excellent. The Jiangxi that's standing next to the other Jiangxi goes into some sort of stance. You will now face the power of my vampire foo. And it's gonna move up and attack Zara. It is going to smack at her. That is not a critical, but it is a hit. That is 32 piercing damage. And he's going to try to grab Zara as well. And Zara is quite probably... She is grabbed. Hum, 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 hum. And then he's going to try to drain her key. Which he does. And you can see his wounds lessening from holding on to Zara and sucking her life force out. Although
Does that cause the drain condition?
for some reason, it doesn't seem to do so. Okay, but she's still grabbed. It is now Preacher's turn.
Okay. Start out with a couple of flurry of blows to the guy next to me. Don't like him.
Wham.
Action tab. There we go. Combat grab on the second.
Gotcha.
And
Oh, boy.
critical kill on the first one.
Critical miss. So that is gonna negate your second attack.
All right. Then I'm gonna try and hit him on the second at least.
Gotcha.
Or third one.
That is a hit, sir. Yeah, Preacher smacks him, and this guy's just bloated. Preacher's covered in putrid fluids. So that's a DC 22 Fortitude save. Yeah, Preacher doesn't care. He's not nauseated. He's been covered in rotting fluids before. But he does explode, and he is super dead.
Do I understand what's going on in the room next to me, or am I focused on the Juanji in the far left?
That is going to be entirely up to you. You've got vision.
I think I am needed in the room beyond, so around the corner, 15, 20. Stepping up. Hard to see where I'm actually going to end up. No. There. That should be enough room to hit the guy next to me.
That is correct, sir.
What's the M?
That is the vampiric monk. That's currently grabbed Zara and is sucking the life out of her, it seems.
Oh, hell no. We're ending up there instead then.
Oakley dokley.
That's my turn.
See, the Jiangxi. That is next to Zara. What is this spell? Ooh, hello. Oh boy.
Is he going to attempt to cast a spell?
Well, first he's going to jump back here. So that's an attack of opportunity for you. $31. That's a hit, but not a crit. For 10 or 5, you can do extra.
I ignore his resistance.
Ah, yes. Excellent. So yeah, you smack him, but good. And then he is going to hit both Preacher and Zara and the vampire with a vampiric exsanguination spell. So that's going to be a DC 32 Fortitude.
For the love of me, I can't save today.
You really cannot. Zara saves,
saves.
so she takes half. Preacher is going to take the full brunt of it. It's a level 6 spell again, just so you're aware. And that is going to be 44 negative energy damage, half to Preacher. And you can see that the vampire monk is healed quite a bit by that. The other one is going to be jumping up. He's not particularly speedy with that rigor mortis. Let's see. Huh. Biscuits. Well then, he's going to have to do something else. Huh. Oh, well, it's not out of tricks yet. 50-foot line. That seems good. That is not enough to hit Zara, but it's going to be a DC 32 save for Magnus. And it's going to be a save of the type of reflex or will. You choose.
We'll go well. 32, was it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Okay, then. So that's a critical hit with the Shadow Blast. So that is 42 acid damage to Magnus. Remember to mark out that the other one used his thing here.
Magnus does a little dance as the acid bites into him and slaps at his arms and legs. Oh, ha.
It is now Medor's turn.
Alrighty. Oh, step around the corner and attack the vampire over there.
Gotcha. Oh, yep. Pretty certain he wanted to be there. There we are. That's a hit, sir. $24. Okay. Yeah, you smack it. Seems it's hard to get the Goliath to bite properly, but you do slash him up a bit. Second one's a miss.
Right, that's my move.
Estrella, it is you, ma'am.
All right, so I saw a few people going right. I saw one going left. So that I don't know their status over on the right, but I know that there's only one person to my left. So I'm trying to underhand assault, sneak behind that guy.
Ah. Yes.
There it is.
Can you sneak while trying to squeeze
Yep.
past his
He knows perfectly well where you are.
Damn it. And I also see that there's another guy right in there, right?
That is correct. There's a little Blight Mage bro there as well.
Yep. Well, but just that one. I'm gonna risk it for this one turn, and I'm going to just use that one attack on him. Where is it? Here. If Fantasy Ground would let me grab my die. There we go.
That's on the Jiangxi.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
But no sneaky. Damn it. That is 5 positive.
Smacking him with the Vine of Roses. Gotcha.
And since I failed my sneak, that's sadly all I can do.
Very well. So this Blight Mage here, he's probably got ideas about what things should be like. He does indeed. Doom 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 doom. So he's gonna move down there. It's what does this spell do again? Yep. He casts a cloud kill. It's going to be covering this area.
Oops.
So that is now obscured as if by mist, and it's going to be unpleasant to be inside of it.
Do you need a save?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
The other one, he's going to move away from Preacher first. If you have an attack of opportunity, you may take that.
Nope.
Nope. And then he casts a Cloud Kill. There we are. That takes us to Marisol.
Yeah. I am going to move.
Yep. Gotcha.
I don't see anything through the mists, right?
Unless you have anything that allows you to, no, that's going to be obscuring. I'm just going to double check the spell to be 100% certain, but I do believe so. If Fancy Grounds allows me to. Functions as obscuring mist. Yes.
All right. Then I will run after Preacher and Zara. And throw myself down here and fire a shot at this gray thing on the other side of the mist.
The Blight Mage, yes.
Bless
My
you.
apologies.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Caught me by surprise. Sorry for any ruptured eardrums. 38? That's like not a crit, bro.
Boo.
But it's a hit. You can see he's slightly charred, as if he's been hit by lightning.
And I'm gonna reload and stay down. So I have cover now.
Gotcha. In that case, it is Magnus.
Magnus runs to the right, stops as soon as he enters the room and heads up, and then says to the Black Mage, "Hello there!"
Right, so that's going to
And
be
goes
35.
whammo.
That's 2 moves, and then whammo. That's a miss. He dodges that attack. It is now Iodi's turn.
Yes. I'm gonna move here. And then I think I'll move to here.
Gotcha.
And that'll be my turn.
Very well. It is Zora's turn, and sorting her turn in a cloud kill. Just find that real fast. Dum 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 dum. That's gonna be a son of a biscuit. Should have had the Blight Mage up as well. Let me just find the save here. My apologies for my poor preparation. I'll just hum something so you don't realize I'm actually looking things up. It's gonna be a DC 29 basic fortitude. Zora saves. So that is going to be plus. Go away. Carry the 5. 14 poison damage to Zora. For being in the cloud kill.
Zara is going to flick her mirror and create a duplicate of herself here. And then she is going to swing at the Shionkaisi.
Gotcha. That's it. Oh boy. Sara hits hard. Yeah, this thing is reeling now. And see his skin starting to flake off as the undead energy is binding it or weakening.
And then I'm going to use my third action to pull a potion out of my backpack. And that'll be my turn.
Gotcha. That takes us to Edamir.
I will move there.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna hit Preacher. Sorry, I'm gonna hit Preacher with a rousing splash since I can see through mist.
Ah,
So Preacher splash of cold water descends and just drenches you.
Mm.
And you gain 5d4 temporary hit points.
$14 temporary hit points.
Very cool.
Then Isoi will move there, and that'll be my turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, this young Shi looks at Preacher like, your kung fu is weak, he says as he smacks Preacher. And he's going to attempt to grab him as well. That is a success. So Preacher is grabbed, and not to mention, he takes 61 damage from that critical. Oh, that was not a critical. No, that was a critical. My bad. 61 damage. Wham!
Okay, I am down.
And he's holding Preacher. And he's going to suck out the key point as well.
Wonderful.
Before he just... this is not worth my time. And he yeets Preacher at Magnus. Actually doesn't manage to do any damage to any of them. But you can see he now looks, well, the ones who can see him, so you can see he now looks empowered after stealing some actual key. Speaking of, it is Preacher's turn.
Well, I took 20 points over my limit. So, yeah. Wounded Dying mechanics need to be revisited. Are we doing the new ones?
We will be doing the new ones, since we have redone it. So we're going to need Quinpedia for that.
Didn't they already retcon that?
Parts of it.
Right. Mr. Quinn, are you up to speed on the new wound dying rules?
Hold on, we got company over, so you're gonna have to read that one.
Let's see. He's dying one, that's for certain. Let me just...
Sorry about that. What happened?
The new
I'm down
dying
with-
rules.
I'm down with 20 over my limit. New rules regarding Wounded Dying.
I mean, we're not playing the remastered stuff, so it should just be the old rules.
Okay.
We haven't applied the remaster to anything else. I don't think we should just jump into it mid-campaign, personally. Because
I don't recall them being particularly different for the dying anyways.
Yeah, because those rules got redacted because of a typo and stuff like that. Either way,
So
we would have to change a lot to do remaster stuff, so we should just stick with what we're doing.
We've pretty much already gone to remastered, but anyway,
No, we haven't.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
If we were
So
doing
what-
remaster, half of my cantrips are different, and vitality damage, like, there's a lot we haven't done. I don't think that's accurate.
Well, the
Yeah.
game rule sets changed that way, but we don't need to. What does he roll is what I'm wondering. I'm struggling to remember how the recovery check works.
He needs to roll a flat DC 10.
There we are, thank you.
Well, the DC is 9 plus his dying.
So 10 right now. That's going to be very difficult to do on a
That's a
D10.
D10.
You need to roll over 10
You
on a D20.
said a D10, so I was like, what?
A flat DC 10.
There we are, and that's a success. So he has stabilized. Excellent. Moving on. Whoop. Can't skip over those, bro. That's sort of important. This Jiangxi is dying and definitely wants itself some sweet, sweet key stuff. So it's going to try to grab Sara. That fails. It's going to try to grab her again. That also fails. It is desperate, so it'll try a third time. So close, but no. Gribbles ineffectively at Sara. And the other bro here. Hum 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 hum. Dum 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 dum. What do you do? That's not useful. Hum 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 hum. It cannot actually see out of the mist itself. So it is simply gonna try to cast a level 6 harm. So that's a DC 32 Fortitude save for Mador and Estrella.
All right.
If he's casting a spell, do I get a attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
I don't think you can see him.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, but you're in fog.
That did not work for me.
Oops. So Estrella's going to take the full brunt of it.
So what was the save?
DC 32 Fortitude. Oh, Mador actually
Critical
does not.
save.
Mador doesn't care at all. He couldn't care less. Estrella takes 29 negative energy.
It'll be a DC 5 flat check to attempt to hit the guy because of the concealment.
Oh, okay. So roll a d20, and if you get over a 5, you can take your attack. You can take your attack.
Rolled the wrong thing. Let me roll a 20-sided die instead of my hit.
I mean, the 10's fine. We can just
Yeah.
roll another attack.
Yeah. Just do an attack at your full attack.
Nice.
That's a crit.
Which disrupts the action.
Well, in that case, none of you take any damage, and he's a lot more injured than he was before he tried to do this. As Mador just smacks him in the back of the head with his glaive. And disrupts the spell. Speaking of, it's Mador's turn.
Okay. I'm going to dimension door right behind Estrella.
You can't see there. You need to see where you're going with that spell.
Then I'm going to try to smack the guy in front of me again.
Gotcha. So over 5 on a d20. First. Just a regular d20. Yep. Yeah. We'll do the save afterwards. That's a miss. It's also a miss. Damn. Bad rolls today. It is just not your day against this guy. And also I need a DC 32 Fortitude for Mador. Not 32, DC 29 Fortitude. So he is taking poison damage as well. That's going to be 35 poison. To Mador. It is Estrella's turn. You might as well roll for the poison first.
Yep, gonna do that.
That is a success, so it's half damage. 16, 19, 9 damage. Poison damage to Estrella.
9, so that is 7 because I have poison resistance 2 thanks to my armor.
Oh, shiny.
Yep. And then Estrella is saying, hey, calling fog is my thing. And she's trying to tumble behind the mage.
Okay. Well, she has been more dexterous in her life. It could be that he hasn't noticed. Nope. He's definitely noticed.
So not flat-footed. That is okay. Gonna attack.
That is still a hit, but not a crit.
Too bad. I had hoped for a crit, but that's okay.
Well, you do poke him.
All right, and since I can't do anything much else, I'm gonna attack a second time. Great.
Ooh. Estrella actually, her whip fastens around a door. The door next to her, the handle's on it, and it's stuck. She's going to have to use an action to get it loose.
Yeah, well, not this turn, because that was 3.
Right. So the Blight Mage next to Magnus. He's got ideas about Magnus being that close. So he's going to hit Magnus with a Phantasmal Killer. Actually, no, he's not an idiot. First, he's going to move and eat that attack of opportunity. I believe that's an attack of opportunity for Magnus. That is a hit, sir.
Can he step instead of moving?
Excuse me?
Can the creature use the step action instead of moving to not take the attack of opportunity?
He could potentially have, but he didn't, because I forgot that was the thing. But now he's going to hit Magnus with a Phantasmal Killer, so that's going to be a DC 29 will. Yes. For Magnus. And that's a success, and being a paladin, he cares not if he has a success, so that does nothing. Complete waste of a spell. Sucks to be this guy. The other Blight Mage wants to not be that close to Estrella, so he's moving. And he's going to hit Estrella with a Phantasmal Killer. So that's a DC 29 will save for her.
Ooh, that's my weakest save. Let's see how that goes.
That was so close to being a crit fail. Oh boy. That's still 28 mental damage, and she's frightened too. Find Estrella here, and the effects, and the frightened. Biscuits. There we are. She's that thing is super scary. Oh. But she does manage to fight it off. I have no idea what Estrella sees a Phantasmal Killer look like, but it's definitely scary. Marisol.
All right. So that vampire thing in the middle, he's concealed, right?
That's correct.
And that's a DC 5.
Yep. Oh yeah.
She takes the shot.
Boy. It's not a crit, but it's a hit. Yeah, he doesn't like that.
423, then she reloads. And shoot again.
And that is a hit. He takes 2 shots. He seems very durable, though.
I
Those
probably
barely
should
bother
roll. I probably have to roll another for hitting him, right?
Yes, actually. Forgot about that. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep, nope, those are 2 hits. Bam, bam. He's been shot twice. He doesn't really care that much. It is Magnus's turn.
Magnus is going to cast a 1-action heal on Preacher.
Okay. One hit points for Preacher. That removes his dying and takes him to Wounded One instead.
And then he takes a step forward.
Yep. There we are.
And makes with the whammo.
Where do I have wounded? There I have wounded. Who's the whammoing? Oh, the Blight Mage, yes.
Yes, the Blight Mage.
That's it. It's actually sorry.
And the pulsing good from his Warhammer does an extra 5 good damage.
Yep. It's definitely Ouchie's time. Doesn't seem to be particularly weak against good, but he is injured. And yeah, that was 3 actions. That's going to take us to the big guns. Iodi.
I think I already served my purpose at this point. Let's see. I'm going to... No, I'm going to move to here, I think.
Right.
I'll hold an action for if anybody comes out of the cloud kill.
Oakley dokley. In that case, it's Zara.
Excellent. Zara is going to flicker her mirror and make a duplicate of herself here.
Gotcha.
And then she's going to swing at the Xianxi.
Gotcha. Oh boy. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, you have no idea what afterlife he's going to, but Sora definitely sends him there. She just smashes him into bits with a mighty blow of her hammer.
And then I'm going to use my last action to do the esoteric lore on the Etoiling.
Right. $38. Nice. So gnomes have this spark within them, where they just fight constantly not to lose their spark. The Blight Mages are gnomes that have lost the spark, the radiant spark within them. It's gone over to negative energy instead. Yeah, they are unable to focus. Unlike gnomes super focus, they can't focus at all. Weak to consecrated ground. They are extra defended against melee or unarmed attacks due to being covered with ectoplasm, which will actually cause negative energy damage to anybody smacking them. And instead of they're a special type of undead called a mortic, which is somewhere in between life and undeath. This type of gnome drains the life out of any plants around them to keep themselves alive. Also, they can just take a breath and hold it to become undead, basically, and have the undead trait with the usual immunities. And when they start breathing again, you're technically alive. A very strange kind of undead. From what you know, it's not. Mortics haven't been seen in this realm for since basically the first war with the gnomes against the humans, elves, and dwarves. Nobody knows how to make one, but your ancestor spirits have seen this sort of thing before, although it's so rare that even most sages have probably never heard of it.
Very cool. That'll be. I'm gonna make it weak to me since you didn't say any weaknesses or resistances.
Nope.
So it's weak to me now.
You can see this thing is holding its breath, so it currently counts as undead. Takes us to Edamir.
So it will move there.
Gotcha.
Then I'm gonna cast a sudden bolt on the guy in the mist.
Gotcha. That's a flat. No, you don't care. You see through mist.
Yeah, but he cares if he can't see. So reflex save and whatever negatives he gets if he can't see me outside the mist.
Yeah, that's a hit. Ooh. Yeah, you hit him good. He didn't see that coming.
And that'll be my turn.
Doom, 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 doom.
Whenever
doom.
you target it, you have to roll.
No, he can see through mist, so it's not obscured for him.
Oh, because he's a druid.
Yep, he don't care about
Cool.
mist.
Yep.
Disgusting.
I know, right? Well, this guy, he's kind of looking around. He's gonna go where he saw the last attack come from. So he's moving down through the mist to punch Edamir. Yep. So first punch. By some sort of miracle, Edamir dodges. Second punch connects. No, wait. Flat check first. Nope. He misses. He misses both, actually, against Edamir. You can hear him hissing something in Mortic. Or, not Mortic, but Necril. Language of the undead, yes. It is now Preacher's turn.
Okay. Then I will start by chugging one of Eodi's elixirs of life, and that's a 3d6 plus 6, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Plus 6, 18.
19, actually.
19.
I know math.
Yes, you do. Thank you
That
for the
makes
help.
one of us.
Let's see now. Then I'm gonna do something I've actually not done before. I'm gonna stand right here and from my sleeve shake forth a round throwing weapon, a chakram, which I'm gonna toss at that light mage in front of the Magnus.
Okay,
Nice.
then. That's new. Sure, go for it.
Because it comes back to me, so I'm gonna toss it and then toss it again.
Right, we're not going to do the see no scream because that'll get us DMCA'd. Well, that's a critical. Okay, then. Preacher, warrior princess, indeed. He definitely feels that.
And the second time, because it comes back and goes again.
Second one's a miss. Just shaves off some hair on the side of his head. He definitely didn't like that, though. He's severely unhappy with you. Gonna write a note to your supervisor. This young she here, he is going to cast a vampiric exsanguination at Mador and Eodi. So that's a DC 32 Fortitude save.
Do they have to see us to do it?
Well, you're in the general area he's hitting, so it's a cone. Well, that's a save for Eodi. Mador takes absolutely no damage. Eodi takes half. What an absolute waste of a spell. That's going to be 6 damage to Aote. Negative energy. And with his last action, he's gonna actually jump over to Estrella. Boink, boink, boink. His arm straight out, just jumping forward as if he's got a sack around his feet. That takes us to Mador. And you are starting in the Poison Cloud, so that's a DC 29 Fortitude. Those you can't save, but then again, those aren't particularly dangerous. If I roll the correct dice. That was way too many dice. It's going to be 28 poison damage to Mador.
All right. I'm heading straight to the cloud.
There, yep. Catch up to that, bro. No issue.
And swing.
Was 1 action, so you have 2 attacks. We'll be singing while we're swinging. That's 1 hit. Hey, he's being worn down, slowly but surely. That's 2 hits. Now he's starting to look fatigued. He's no longer particularly happy about his situation in life. That takes us to Estrella.
Thanks to Mador catching up, I do not have to run away from him, so I'm going to attack him.
Your whip is now hopelessly tangled in that doorknob. It's going to take you more than 1 turn to get it loose.
Yeah, well, letting go of that then, and yeah, drawing the Gloom Blade. So that was 1 to get it free, 1 to attack, and drawing the blade.
Yep. Gotcha. So the
God
Blight
damn it.
Mage. Sara's moved to where her picture was, I assume, since that was queued. The Blight Mage is standing between Sara and Magnus and is not particularly happy about this. He's simply going to try to touch Sara with his corrupting touch. That's a miss. That's another miss. And he's a brave boy. He's going to try to escape into the mists. That's an attack of opportunity from Sara and Magnus. Hit from Sara. Hit from Magnus. The idea was good, but the execution left something to be desired as Sara clubs him to the ground and Magnus just beheads him. Well then.
Squish.
Indeed. That's pretty much the sound. The other Blight Mage, though, he of course has plans to help his bro out. What's this spell do? He casts Crushing Despair at Estrella and Mador. That's going to be a DC 29 will save.
I don't like this dude.
Mador is just, except for the poison, he is just immune to magic right now. And so is Estrella. None of you. He tries to make you real sad. And none of you really care 1 whiff about that. He's like showing you pictures of sad kittens in your mind and empty goblets of wine, and yeah, none of it sticks. You don't care 1 bit that this guy's trying to make you feel real sad. It's Marisol's turn.
Yeah, so that dude is coming way too close. So I'm gonna do a kick flip up behind Edamir At least I'm going to try to.
Okay. Well, that's this is an ideal. You do manage to move out of his thing.
And while doing that, I reload.
My bad. The Blight Mages during their turns have actually dispelled the cloud kills, so they are no longer there.
I reload, and this guy has to die, so I'm gonna swear on my rifle.
I'm gonna kill you, bro. Swear on me, mum. Okay. That's a hit. That's also a hit.
41 then.
Yeah, that's a hit. $29, and he's on fire.
Yeah, for 6.
For 6 each
Continuous.
turn. Yeah, he seems displeased with that.
Weird. And I reload.
Most creatures, even undead, don't like being on fire. It is Magnus's turn.
Okay, our cloud is down. Magnus is going to come behind this vampiric gentleman here.
Right.
And apply some whammo.
35, that is a hit with flanking.
I'm not flanking.
You're not
I'm
flanking.
tiny size, so to be able to attack him, I have to occupy a square. So I'm not actually threatening.
Well, still going to be a hit.
Okay, 16 and 17.
Give me a moment here. I got to look something up.
Sure.
As Magnus gets next to the door, he can feel a strong sense of holiness as the door swings open next to him, and you can see on an altar there's a cold iron longsword, very beautifully made, with a handguard styled to look like angels' wings. You can give me a religion roll.
Yep. Magnus gasps.
Nope, you got no idea what that is. It's a really nice looking sword, though.
Yep. The gasp over. He's going to try and hit him again.
Yeah. And that's a miss. He dodges that.
Raid 2.
That takes us to Yodi.
Ooh-wee. I'm going to move to there.
Gotcha.
Then I'm going to Kona Cold the gnome in the corner over there.
Oh boy. He's about to have a bad time. It's a DC 30 reflex, isn't it?
I think I actually have to attack him with it. Hold on. Can't find my... Not Kona Cold. My bad. Ray of Frost. I apologize.
Oh, right. I thought you were doing Kona Cold.
No. That would kill everybody in the room. That's not what we need to do. Let's do the Ray of Frost instead.
That's a hit. Just as a short aside, but it is curious. The last 3 times I've rolled a save against Cone of Cold from Yodi, there's been a crit fail. And this dude rolled a 1 on his save against the Cone of Cold I thought was coming. So I think Yodi might have some sort of extra bonus on Cone of Cold that I was unaware of. Well, he's slightly
secretly
chilled.
a white dragon kobold.
That's what it is. He's actually a white dragon kobold. He just hasn't taken a bath for a couple of years. Everybody thinks he's something else.
Fair enough. I'll make an adjustment on my sheet.
Yeah. It is now Zora's turn.
Zara will move there. She will do an esoteric lore on this Xianxi.
Very well. I don't know what's happened, but you were suddenly a bit low in the volume, but yeah.
Maybe if I move my microphone.
There we are, perfect. So yeah, this type of Jianqis, the nickname for them in Shenshedwa is a Minister of Tumult. Grandmasters of killing that have cultivated their power to far greater levels than a regular Jiangxi through stealing ki. Usually rule over settlements. In some cases, they've even ruled over entire city-states. The weird thing with them is, usually if they rule, any city under their control runs like clockwork. These guys are excellent administrators. And a lot of them actually manage to rule for a long time because people don't think anything is wrong. And, well, the cities pay taxes, and any ruler not coming to check or sending inquisitors to check personally is going to think that it's everything is all good, but definitely not a good place to be. They've got the same vulnerabilities and strengths as other Jiangxi. They're just much more powerful in melee due to having stolen ki from a lot of monks, which also gives them a special kung fu stance called Stance of Death, where people usually bleed to death if they're punched a couple of times by them.
Fabulous. I will breach his defenses as well, so that he is no longer capable of resisting my swings.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to apply one.
Apply swing to face. That is a hit. Yeah, he's starting to look like he's taking a fair amount of damage, even with the ki he's stolen. He's definitely not happy.
That'll be my 3 actions.
Gotcha. That's Edamir then.
I will have Isoi try to bite him.
Ooh. Isoi tries to bite him, ends up flat on his face with a critical miss.
And then he will try to bite him again.
Right. Nope.
Then
No.
I will 5-foot step back. I'm going to put myself there just so the tokens aren't overlapping.
Yeah, but you're standing in between Marisol's legs.
Yep. And I will cast an impaling spike on him. Conjure a spike of cold iron. He needs a reflex save.
Let's see, DC 30, is it?
Yep.
That is a critical success.
Then he dodges and is unaffected.
Very well. Yep.
And that'll be my turn.
Very well. He is going to first smack Zara. That is a hit, but not a crit. It's going to be 30 piercing damage. Then he
1 point over, Zara goes down.
yeah, drains Zara of ki, and you can see him healing quite significantly. Let's see.
Zara, take a liberating step.
Zara's grabbed.
And from grab, liberating step is doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Ah, okay. So he will not be able to drain her of ki then.
Nope. And if it's And she will not be down either, I think.
She takes Magnus's level less in damage, so that's going to be pretty handy. That's 11 damage less. Being real pissed off, he's going to turn around and smack Magnus twice. Because Magnus just cost him a meal. So that is going to be a total of 2 quick strikes for a total of 67 piercing damage to Magnus. Wham wham! He mighty angry. It is now Preacher's turn.
Well, seeing as I don't feel up to going hand to hand with that guy quite yet, I will try and drink another of the elixirs. I am down to 2 left, so 3d6 plus 6.
$16 more.
And I will continue tossing chakram now that the area is nominally clear.
Congratulations, you have just given him a chakram. Because he goes, crap.
Interesting. So I actually don't manage to attack him with it.
He has purloined your chakram.
The returning aspect of it doesn't work then.
Not if it's grabbed, no.
Well, in that case, I spend my last stepping up, and hopefully I'll get to attack.
Okay. So that's Preacher. That takes us over to this Jiangshi that's finding himself sandwiched in between Estrella and Mador, and not particularly happy about that. He is going to try to grab onto Estrella.
Nimble dodge.
He manages to get his hands onto her. He hits with the slash in other case. And an athletics roll. Oh yeah, she is grabbed. He doesn't pull quite as much with a string key, does he? Nope. So he's gonna smack Estrella for 21 damage, and then he sucks 46 more hit points out of her. Oh, 26 hit points, my bad.
26, okay.
There we are. And he's looking a bit more spry now. Estrella is also grabbed. It is Mador's turn.
All right. I got a swing.
That is a critical. Yeah, he's definitely not dancing. That one hits him straight in the neck, and his head is almost half off, but it's still hanging on. You can hear him cursing at you in some language you don't understand and don't care to learn. And that's another critical. Well then. Second blow takes his head straight off. And
Thanks,
he is
Mador.
dead.
And my final move is going up to here.
Yep. And boom, boom, boom. It is Estrella's turn. Do, do, do.
Yep, Estrella is going to drink 1 elixir. And that
16 back.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then she is going to move up to the guy and trying to hit him once. I assume thanks to the fire that we are in normal light, correct?
That is correct.
Too bad, but all right.
That's a miss. He slips away from that attack. Hisses at Estrella. What in the world is this spell? Oh, okay. And he is gonna cast a spell at Estrella, and that is gonna be a DC 29 will save.
Not
Nope.
this time.
Estrella should get an attack of opportunity first since casting a melee.
He doesn't have attack
I
of
don't-
opportunity.
Nope, I don't have that feat.
So, Estrella, her
Question?
senses are rewired. Yes, Manor.
Do I get attack of opportunity since I'm already there waiting?
You do. Because you've got reach. That's another critical. Wow.
So he's not casting?
He's definitely not casting, because Mador collects his second head by just chopping it straight off.
I owe you one.
That was about to get real bad for Estrella real fast.
2.
It's Marisol's turn.
I shoot again. This time I actually go down to one knee and aim.
Okay. That is a critical. Yeah, the bullet goes straight through the piece of paper and takes his head clean off. And Magnus can feel sort of a sucking feeling from his chest as his spirit just woof, disappears into Magnus.
Damn. You guys okay?
Fine. So where's this crystal thing that doing all the radiating?
What the hell just happened? Magnus?
Magnus seems to be having trouble getting his breath.
GM, a small correction. Did you actually mean to say that the bad guy went into Magnus' chest or Preacher's chest?
Oh, my bad. Preacher's chest, of course. The other Magnus.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Having cleared that up, Magnus turns to go through the door to the altar.
Right.
I'm
And
going to be following Estrella and looking, opening up this door, make sure we have no more surprises.
Yeah, as you as Mador goes towards the door, the door opens up, and there's a beautifully crafted mithril warhammer there. And do any of does Estrella or Mador read Celestial?
Yes, I do.
Well, and you can see that the hammerhead has the word repentance inscribed in gold on it. And I feel that's a good place to call it for today. Yes, we are just over time. I do not know what it's going to look like for the next 2 weeks because it's Christmas. People are going to be traveling, that sort of thing. We do have a Pathfinder Adventures Discord. We'll be getting the link for that up on the YouTube videos and such like. So that will be the place where you can follow and see what it's going to be looking like because we haven't talked about it before we started the session. Yes, Mador.
Oh, no, I was just going to suggest that we just probably don't because New Year's Eve is also my wife's birthday, too.
Yeah.
So, and Christmas Eve, of course, is Christmas Eve.
Next Sunday is Christmas Eve, so we definitely won't be playing, and we won't be playing on New Year's Eve. So we will be back on the first Sunday in January after taking a small Christmas hiatus. Because I know I'm going to be busy, and I assume everybody else will be. However, the Discord previously mentioned, links will be coming up for that. But for now, we will let our esteemed Tulmar raid somebody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and be well, and we will see you all next time.
God jul, gott nytt år.
Bye.
Bye.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and
Merry Chrysler.
Happy New
Joyous
Year and
Yuletide.
Happy holidays.
There we go.
Frohe Weihnachten und